Do you guys want to know how to make a simple and basic main menu system in Roblox Studio that's totally customizable? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to script a main menu system in your game in Roblox Studio. Note that we'll only be making a basic main menu system and not an advanced one. We're only going to be covering the basic topics that you need to know while making a main menu. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to start off by opening up a new base plate. As you can see, here's our new base plate. And to actually add a main menu, basically, we're going to be going to the starter UI and making our menu. Because before actually scripting the main menu, we have to make one. So to do so, I'm going to go in the starter UI, click the plus button, and you can't see this dialog box, but I'm going to click on Screen UI, and it's going to add a Screen UI inside of my starter UI. I'm going to name this main menu. Now, I'm going to add a frame inside. Remember that you can make whatever main menu you want and design it according to your liking and game genre. I'm just going to make a pretty simple one right now. So I'm going to go in the size of the frame, and I'm going to just type in 1,0,1,0, and this is going to make it full screen. Now I'm going to turn the background transparency to 1. This is going to make it invisible. I'm going to click the plus button and add a text label. It doesn't have to be exact, but I'm just going to try and roughly put this in the center of the screen. This is going to be the name of our game. So I'm going to turn the background transparency to 1 and just edit the text. I'm going to take text scaled and let's change the text font. Change the text to about. I'm going to get this a little bit more down and just decrease the size. Now you'll see that I know it's not perfectly in the center, but it doesn't really matter because this is just a test. So if I click home and I just click play, you'll see that when I click play and when I join in the game, the main menu is showing, but none of the buttons actually work. That's because we haven't scripted yet. I'm going to click stop, and I'm going to start scripting. So let's click on the play button, and before I get scripting, I forgot to rename this button to about button. Now that everything's finished with our main menu, let's actually start scripting. I'm going to go to the play button and add a local script. So there's two things you can do here. Either add a separate script on each button, or just add a local script to the frame or main menu. Now, I'm just going to add a local script to the frame, and I'm going to just get a few local variables inside the script. Starting off, let's get the frame. Now, let's get the play button. So local play button is equal to frame dot play button. Now I'm going to get the about button. So local about button is equal to frame dot about button. And now that's all we need. Let's start off with the play button. Play button dot mouse click or mouse button 1 down. So I'm going to just type in mouse button 1 down colon connect function, and just hit enter. Now what this is going to do is it's going to basically make a function on like when the play button is clicked, and therefore mouse button 1 down, it is going to create a function and just basically carry out whatever happens inside this function. So let's start. Frame dot visible is equal to false. And now we can add a sound. So I'm going to go into toolbox, and I'm just going to change from models to audio. And let's just search up click, and this one seems pretty good and simple. So I'm going to add this to the frame. So I think this is a click, nice one for a hover, like when the mouse hovers the button, and this is good for when the mouse clicks the button. So let's go into the local script, and let's get these two sounds in local variables. So local click sound is equal to frame, :5 for child, quotation marks, click, and click enter. Local hover sound is equal to frame, :5 for child, hover. Now let's go ahead and just do click sound, :play, and this is going to just play the click sound. And make sure you put those parentheses in. Now let's do the hover sound. So basically what we want to do is when the mouse hovers on top of the play button, it is going to play the hover sound. So I'm just going to make another function, play button dot mouse button. Instead of mouse button went down, we're going to do mouse enter. So basically when the mouse enters the button, when it hovers on top of the button. So I'm going to do :connect and function, same thing. Let's hit enter. Let's hit enter, and now, as you can see, the new assistant has already given us an idea of what to do. So let's just hit tab, and basically what we're doing is just hover sound, :play. So that's going to play this hover sound, and I think we're good to go. So now if I click play, you're going to see that we have our main menu, and if I click play, it's going to play the button or the noise, and then the menu is going to disappear. Now you might not have heard the click sound, so maybe if you go just click on the click sound and go into properties tab, click the play button or the preview button, click play, make sure that everything's working. I think the reason we can't hear this is because the volume is too low. To change that, simply scroll down and change the volume to 10 or 5, for example. That's pretty loud. Let's go into the local script and make it so that, as you can see here, the frame is visible, and obviously it's going to be very hard to make your game when there is a menu in front of you. So just go into the frame and scroll down in the properties tab and just uncheck the visible box. Now you can't see this, but you'll see that if I click play, the main menu isn't seen, as you can see. So to fix this, just click stop and go into the local script. Now here, without any function, just go type in frame.visible is equal to true. So what this is going to do is if I hit play, it's going to make the frame visible and then allow us to carry out any functions. So as you can see, the mouse hover is working now, and if I can play, the main menu works. But we haven't scripted the about button, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so I've just made a simple about frame. So I'm just gonna name this, go ahead and name this one, where is the name? I'm just gonna go ahead and name this frame about frame. And we're going to go ahead and name this frame main menu frame. Alright, so obviously, even though we've made the frame, if I just make this non-visible, invisible, if I click play, even though we've made the frame, even though this main menu works like the main page, the about button obviously doesn't work. So to program this, let's go ahead and script it. So I'm going to go into the local script we made over here, and the frame, the about frame, is not inside the main menu frame, and that's why I suggested to just make the local script in the, like, I should have just made the local script in the GUI, in the screen GUI, but it's fine now. We can still do this. So local, so we're gonna do local. I did something there. Okay, so we're gonna do local about frame, because we have to get the about frame. So we have to do local about frame is equal to frame.parent dot about frame, obviously, and we have to get the exit button. So local exit about, you name it, yeah, you just name it exit about is equal to about frame dot exit, and we're gonna do about frame dot visible is equal to false, because we don't want it to be visible when you join the game, only when you click the about button. So now I'm just gonna copy this script and paste it here, and we can just change this to, we can just go ahead and change the play button in the script, and instead of play button we can just type in about button. And now we can do the copy this function and change this to about button as well. We have to obviously change the script, so about frame.visible is equal to true, because we want it to show up. Click sound.play. And now the last one is exit about dot mouse button one down colon connect function about frame.visible is equal to false. Click sound colon play. So what this is going to do is when you click on the X button, which is this over here, is going to close the frame, because you want to close the frame once you're done reading it. So that's what it's going to do, and we can do the same hover sound. You can get the same hover sound to play when we hover on top of the exit about button. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we can go ahead and click play, and as you can see, you can go into the view section, and you can open up the output bar to check any errors. As you can see, there are no errors, so I'm going to click X, and we can just click play, but obviously we don't want to click play, we want to test the about part. So as you can see, about button is working. Click on it, this works, and then exit out. But what you might want is that when you click the about button, this, like the behind the main section, will go invisible, and only this will show. And when you click the X button, this will show again. If you're not understanding what I'm trying to mean, like what I'm trying to say, let me explain. So about button down mouse button one down colon connect function, and let's just do frame dot visible is equal to false, and then here we can do frame dot visible is equal to true. My bad, true. Okay, this will look a little bit better. So we can click play, and we can go click about. As you can see, it's working. But for some reason, it didn't come back. As you can see, the main menu did not. Okay, frame. Okay, I put a comma by accident, so frame dot visible, and it should work now. So let's go ahead and click play. About, and as you can see, it's working. This part, let's just call this the main menu part. So when I click about, the about part shows, and the main menu part is gone. And I click X, and it's shown again. And I can click play, and it gets me in. And now for the final part, testing it out all in game, which we have done. If you guys want to know how to add a camera to this, then I will like make a detailed tutorial later, but I'll just show you like how to. Alright guys, as you can see, we are done with our main menu system. Guys, one thing that looks a little bit bad is that you can actually move around and see your player even though the main menu is showing. So if you guys want to know and like learn how to script a camera and add a camera to your main menu, then definitely subscribe and comment down below. That video will be coming out soon. Comment down for any other video requests. I'll definitely look into them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.